We're at Encore Cinemas in Niles, Ohio for the premiere of Crisis in the Valley, directed by David L. Walker.
You sure you didn't want to call me Jungle Bunny, Baboon, something else in the animal kingdom? You know what, girl, if I wouldn't say, it'll take the whole National Guard to get me off of you. Oh, come on!
I'm here with Ed Flanagan. Now, if you've seen this amazing movie, Crisis in the Valley, this man right here, he is the executive producer and writer. Tell me a little bit about this movie.
Well, my mom was a soap opera. I ain't going to say fiend, but she liked soap operas. Yeah. And you know, some of the soap operas was kind of like, you know, so I said, but Christians, we like to be entertained too. Yeah, because a lot of times you hear preach, preach, church, church, preach, preach, but I'm saying, well, wait a minute, I want to do something that's entertaining to the Christian audience. So the concept came of doing a Christian soap opera. So I wrote it, and I wrote like the screenplay to it, and then I put it in my desk. And then it was a woman of God, a prophet who didn't even know I wrote, said, you need to get that out. And because God's going to put somebody in your life, and he's going to do this for you, and he's going to help you with this. And I came back, I was in a convention down in Woodstock, Virginia, and Brother David, who is a genius, he's a genius. He's my hero now. He gave me, he called me and said, I heard you write scripts, because I believe Shane Golden told him that I had this script. And he said, we need to get together, I'll help you with it, I'll do it. And all I had was a plain cake. This brother put icing, sprinkles, and put filling in this cake. Everything, he did the work. So, and this is what you have now, Crisis in the Valley.
Awesome. Now, what do you want the viewers to take from this film?
Well, in all of our life, that we have crisis and different things that affect us. But how do we resolve those issues? And that's what we want. And that's what we want with this picture, that when you look at each character, you can probably relate to it, say, yeah, I can feel like Deborah Lessons. Now, how's she resolving it? Sometimes they resolve it the wrong way. And that's reality. Reality, sometimes you solve it the wrong way and you get wrong results. But then you'll see later on as the characters develop, some of them take the right road. And then you can say,
that's
well,
what I like to hear.
Yeah.
So this is your first movie on the big screen, right?
Yes.
Tell me, how did you feel when you pulled up and you seen a line of people wrapping around Encore Cinema? Wasn't that amazing?
I was about to turn around because I was too nervous. I said, okay. I said, God, I know you're good.
Right.
And you know what? I've been telling David, Brother Dave, that I can't do this. I'm nervous. Like, and even though I'm a pastor of a church, I preach in front of folks. I said, but this is different.
Yeah.
I said, this is different.
Yeah.
And I came in, I said, well, you know what, let me just hide and mingle amongst the people. But then, you know what, David pulled me in and he said, you know, you got to do this.
Yeah.
And he even told me, he said, you might have to do interviews, so don't just give one word, yeah, no, so be it. I said,
you're doing good.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Because I'm with a celebrity.
Definitely not with a celebrity. But I want to know, since you're the man with the penmanship, you're letting us know what's going on, what's going to happen? You can't leave us hanging like that.
Well, it's going to be all right.
Okay, so all he's going to tell us.
I'm not going to tell you. And you know what? All I know is this. After I sit down with David, I'm telling you what, Dave, it's going to be right. You're going to enjoy it.
Okay.
We wanted to just leave you hanging. If we would have told you everything, you wouldn't want to come. But now you're going to say, like, now what happened?
Right.
That's what we want.
Everyone loves a great plot twist. And Ed looking at his phone after his dad died and doing that little smile, that was a plot twist.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You did an amazing job.
You got this?
I'm here with Candy Thomas. She was actually in the movie Crisis in the Valley, and the last time I seen her, she was put in the trunk. Are you okay?
I'm doing much better now.
She's doing much better now that she's on a red carpet in a beautiful gown. She made it out of the trunk. Tell me a little bit about this movie.
Well, this movie is about the First Lady and her husband. They're starting another church, and it's kind of about the stress that they go through. And then some of the community members as well, just trying to hold it together.
So what do you think is important for the viewers to take away from this movie?
Everyone in the church isn't a saint. We can't all be saints. We all have our problems and everything, but people in the church, especially the First Lady and the Bishop, they get put on this pedestal that's unrealistic. We're all human, so everyone needs to just kind of look away from the flaws and all, and then just pray.
So this is your first movie? Or?
Yes,
Okay.
this is, I actually, as assistant director and producer, so this is like the first all around for me. My first red carpet, my first movie, my first time directing, producing, and things like that. Everyone you saw in the movie, I emailed them their scripts and locations and times and things like that. So
You were on the screen and behind the scenes?
Yes, a little double dip, yeah.
Double duty for her. Okay. Well, we want to know what's going to happen next time. Can you tell us?
Well, all that I can tell you is to stay tuned. We're actually trying to get this to be picked up from a network, so our prayer is that it will. And from then, we're going to kind of tie up some loose ends, fix those cliffhangers that everybody's wondering about, and just
waiting.
Yes, we'll take it from there. But our first prayer is that it would, get picked up from somewhere.
Yes, and I definitely think a show like this can get picked up. These are issues that we deal with, we don't see, but we know that they're there. You did an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, I'm right here with the man with a plan. Every single time you have done it again, the director and writer of Crisis in the Valley. I got to say one thing. When I pulled up, there was a line wrapping around this Now's Plaza. What are you doing? This is amazing.
Oh, we're just having a lot of fun. This was probably the best thing that I've done to date. And I was just humbled and honored to see all the people who came out to support. Because, you always hear that, in Warren, nobody supports you, don't come out. But this is proof that people do love you and they come out and support.
Tell us a little bit about this movie and what you want people to take from this.
Well, this is a Christian drama series. What I want people to take away from this more than anything else is, every time we put people on pedestals, they're bound to fall, whether that be a pastor, a pastor's wife, because they're human too. We all have our cross to bear. We all have our demons we have to fight, and they are no different. So what I really want people to come away with is be very, very careful who you put up on pedestals because they're human. And when they fall, it doesn't give you an excuse to fall.
That's true. Now, you're on your 5th movie, and at the end of this movie, we were thinking like, okay, what's going on? He just smiled at his phone after his dad just got shot. What's coming up next? You have to give us some of the inside. Like, I cannot take just going to bed at night not knowing what's happening.
Well, I might have to tell you off camera. I can't reveal all that. I got to keep it a little hush-hush, but that was the goal. Yes. Keep you wanting more. That is the goal. And as long as somebody walked out saying, I want to see more, then that's all we could ask for.
Well, we definitely enjoyed this movie. Is there going to be, I know there's going to be a sequel to this, but is there anything else that you're working on and that we could, be looking forward to?
My goodness, yes. I got another movie coming out in April in Cleveland called Toy Emotions. And then I'm working on 2 short films in like 2 weeks. And then I got like 3 other films lined up. Yeah.
This is a busy man I'm talking to right now, so you better catch him while you can. Thank you so much for what you're doing in this community, because I've heard a lot of people saying this is their first acting job, and they're so thankful that you're giving them this opportunity. So thank you, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out.